We were all having sports day and he forgot. We were all in our colors, red, green, and blue, and Nathan was wearing white. I think he was on the red team, and I have a picture of the whole class in their colors and Nathan in his white t-shirt. Surprisingly, Nathan did not care and he had just as much fun. Nathan was always happy, and everyone knew him as a little kid with big hair. He played the saxophone with me last year. He always played loud and squeaky, but he kept trying. This year he played the trumpet and he took extra classes to catch up. Whenever Nathan got teased or anything, he would always say, "Don't go there, girlfriend," or "No, you didn't."
I remember when I was in grade 6 and Nathan was in grade 5, we both went down to get some water from the water fountain at the exact same time. I just stared at him and he quickly backed off, pretending he was scared. I also thought it was hilarious at the Halloween dance when Nathan ran around dancing with as many people as he could. He only danced with each person for 10 seconds to maximize his time. He was always really happy and never took anything too seriously. I wish I got to know him better. He always made funny voices and he could always make people laugh. And this is a passage written by Van Helgeson. Nathan was always happy. He'd walk into school smiling and he'd leave smiling. I cannot remember a time when Nathan said or did anything mean, though I can remember many times when he'd come up to me and say, "Don't go there, girlfriend," or "Oh, no, you didn't." I did band with Nathan, and I can remember when he switched from saxophone to the trumpet. He took extra band classes to try to catch up with the rest of us. Sadly, he never made it before he left us all. I remember last year, just before Christmas, when many people wore Santa hats to school. Nathan was determined to grab the fastest girl in our class's Santa hat. Of course, Nathan couldn't keep up with her, but finally, when she wasn't expecting Nathan's determination, he came up from behind to get the hat. When I was in grade 1, Nathan was on my team for sports day, but you wouldn't have been able to tell because he had forgotten to wear red. I still have a picture of our whole class standing there in colors, and then Nathan in a plain white t-shirt. Even without a matching t-shirt, Nathan was still a big part of our team.
When we got the news just a few days ago, I was devastated. I felt sick to my stomach. And I thought, out of all the terrible people in the world that have done so many bad things, why did God have to take a young, happy, funny, and well-mannered boy? But then I thought, God gives a job to everyone, and his job must have been to make people happy, because he had changed so many people's lives. And I also felt that I just wanted to say sorry because of the times that I may have made fun of him or told him to stop going, "Don't go there, girlfriend," and snap his finger in the Z formation, because that's the one thing I really want to hear. And even though I was made fun of one time, years back, at a camp at Carousel, he was one of my best friends. I will never forget him.
One thing I'm sure everyone knew about Nathan is that he always was smiling, a big, silly smile. Everyone agreed that his hair was the cutest part about him. Even as I write this, images are flashing through my head of Nathan running, screaming, and altogether having more fun than any of us could ever imagine. I hardly knew him on the outside, but on the inside, I knew he was nothing but happiness, joy, and love. I remember it as clear as day. Well, not a Vancouver day, a sunny Hawaii day maybe. The supporter said he was gone, and there was no sound in the classroom at first. You could probably hear a pin drop. Soon enough, though, the silence was broken by the sounds of crying. Some had to go to the library to calm down. I was one of them. As I walked down the hall, the world seemed darker, as if one of the biggest, brightest lights had gone out. As I entered the library, I saw one of Nathan's best friends. I had only seen him cry once. Losing a friend hurts more than falling from 5 meters onto a sheet of ice, apparently. The library was like something out of a horror show. Everyone was crying, drowning in tears. Some weren't, but most were. I was crying too. Big fat tears rolled down my cheeks, tears of remembrance and a deep dark sadness welling up inside me. I couldn't think. All I could think of was Nathan, his laugh, his smile, his hair. This is something I will never forget. I will never forget the sadness I felt, how hard I cried, and all the tears shed. How much I wanted to go back in time to tell Nathan everything. What a great kid he was. One thing that is for sure, he is in heaven now. For Nathan, there is nowhere else to go. The gates of heaven will definitely open for him, as he has done no sins. Nathan was a little kid with a big heart. Rest in peace, Nathan. You won't be forgotten. Have a great time in heaven.
Across the alley from Nathan. I would always go to Isabel's house and play with Nathan. Today, on a sad occasion, we would like to share some of the happier memories we had with Nathan. Isabel was 4 years old the first time she met Nathan. She was swinging in her backyard when Mary and Nathan came over to her and asked if she wanted to play with Nathan. She decided then that she wanted to, and they became friends. After that, Nathan and Isabel would play together almost every day, and soon enough, even Isabel's friends became friends with Nathan. We remember how we used to invite him over to Isabel's house by yelling across the alley, "Nathan, do you want to come over?" And he would reply, "I'll be right over." Then we would bounce on the trampoline for over an hour. We would get so hot we would jump into Nathan's pool no matter how cold it was, and have a water fight. We also remember always playing hide and go seek. With us not being so good at the game and Nathan being so sneaky, we would always win. And one time, it almost took us 20 minutes to find him. Isabel moved away about 2 years ago, and since then, she has always missed having Nathan around. Even though Nathan isn't here today in person, he will stay in our hearts forever.
And at school. I didn't know him that well, but when I started to play baseball, I soon played on his team and got to know him and his family more. After that, we started to hang out and then became friends. We would have fun playing baseball, and after games, wins or loses, we would go to school stop for some slushies. In grade 5 and 6, we would tell each other everything we did or what we didn't like. Nathan was a good kid. He was happy, cheerful, and really energetic. I just can't believe he's gone. I know the Lord will take him to his land in the sky and let him lodge upon us. My feelings go out for the Warren family.
I would like to deliver this message for my daughter, Grace. She's been with Nathan for almost 6 years. Dear Warren family, I'm very sorry about your loss. I shared many happy humors and exciting moments with Nathan throughout many years at Exhaustion. He was a light-hearted sort of guy, always happy. I remember something quite funny in grade 4. We all had swimming lessons at a swimming pool. The first thing I noticed was that he jumped into the water and his hair was almost as if it was flying. It was right above him, and it was very, very cute. When we were in grade 6, during lunchtime once, we were all eating our lunch when Nathan just burst out of laughing. He was laughing so hard that his face was all red. Even I started to laugh. He kept on laughing until he fell right out of his chair. At Halloween, in grade 6, his costume was so scary, he sat right behind me. And when I turned around, I was so scared. That same afternoon, we had a Halloween dance. He was the last person that asked me to dance. Although Nathan left us, we'll always remember him in our hearts.
Hi, I'm Tristan, and
This is a poem I wrote for Nathan.